We said the most important thing that Christ came to establish on planet Earth is freedom. They are never freedom. They are never freedom. You see, the designs and the plan of devil is to engage people into bondage. Devil's primary intent is to engage people into what? Bondage. To put them into sorrow, pains, tears, all kinds of affliction. That is the intent of Satan. But thanks be to Jesus for the freedom he brought. Number one freedom that Christ brought through resurrection resurrection from death. Number one is freedom from sin. There are number freedom from sin. Freedom from what? Sin. In Romans chapter 8 verse 10, very fast media, freedom from sin. There are number freedom from sin. I am free from sin because Jesus came alive. Romans chapter 8 verse 10 said, and if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is alive because of what? Righteousness. So when Christ died, he died to battle sin. He died to destroy the power of sin. He died to bring sin to a halt. And because he did so, he released the power of righteousness. He released what? The power of righteousness. Because wherever you see sin, you see Satan. Can I put some kind of definition about sin? S-I-N means Satan in nature. Satan in what? In nature. Whenever there is sin, there is Satan in nature. But Jesus came to give you freedom from sin. Let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 21. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 21. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 21. Sorry. Chapter 5, the last verse there. He said, for he had made him to be sin. God made Jesus to be sin for us, who knew no sin, that he might be the righteousness of God, in that we, say we. Say it again, we. He knew no sin. He came clean. But he was killed, bearing the sins of the world. There was no trace of sin in his attitude, in his life. But he was killed because sin need to die. The virtues or power of sin need to die. They have to remove the power behind sin. So he needed to die with sin to bring us back to life unto righteousness. And he said, who knew no sin, that he might be made the righteousness of God, that we might. So the essence of his death and removal of sin wasn't for himself, but for us, that we might be what? The righteousness of God in Christ, in him. Say, I'm righteous. Say big time, say, I'm righteous. In Hebrews chapter 9 verse 14. Book of Hebrews chapter 9 verse 14 said, Book of Hebrews chapter 9 verse 6, he said, how much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal spirit offer himself without a spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God. The blood of Christ that was killed on Friday was for a purging. A purging. Say, I am purged from sin. He offered himself to destroy the power of sin.